It is the O'Reilly Auto Parts Northwest Nationals. Hello, everybody. I'm Dave Reef, along with the clearly windblown, clearly sunburned Alan Reinhardt. Al, how'd you get that way?
948 miles on a Harley Limited up here from Sonoma last weekend. It is a beautiful ride this time of year. A guy that lives in Arizona doesn't get to spend a whole lot of time on motorcycles in July and August.
That's just good, clean living right there.
Yes,
well,
it
Alcohol Dragster, we may not have a full field here this weekend, but we do have the top two players in the national points, which is still wide open.
And since the last time we saw them on the national stage, they've both been to division races. The big difference, Chris Dempke won his out in Columbus. Joey Severance did not. So Dempke right now might just be in the driver's seat, no pun intended, for that championship.
Let's take a look at how the points players handled their action in round number one. We begin with Joey Severance, who was the #1 qualifier, taking on Ashley Sanford here.
Ashley's going to smoke the tires off the starting line, and Joey Severance streaks to a 5:26. That's low ET of round number one. He qualified #1 at a 5:24. They've been doing a little testing back in Woodburn. Been running a lot of 20s. Looks like that testing's paying off.
That brings us now to Chris Dempke, who's taking on Johnny Otten.
Watch Chris Dempke, butterflies right there. Click bang, had to do a quick pedal job that slows him to a 5:31. But 5:31 was enough to handle Johnny Otten, who had problems right off the starting line. So the two players advance to round number two.
Top side of the ladder is short. That's where Joey Severance picks his lane against Cameron Ferrain, his national event debut. The winner guaranteed to go to the final. On the other side,
it's going to be a little bit tougher. Chris Dempke advanced. His 5:31 is enough to get him lane choice over Sean Cowie. Now, Sean beat Chris last year here in round two on his way to the trophy.
It's been 27 months since a devastating motorcycle accident for Sean Cowie. The comeback, it's a work in continuation. Let's catch up with he and John Kernan.
Dave, Sean Cowie is so excited about being back here in Seattle. He's already sitting in his race car waiting to get ready for that second round matchup today. And Sean, we can never forget last year's touching story of you coming back from those critical injuries to win the race. What do you remember most about that day?
It was a remarkable day. You know, coming back from an injury like that is unreal. I never even thought I'd be back in the car. So, you know, when the wind light came on, you know, tears came to my eyes and joy. You know, it's just unreal. We've been struggling this year, and hopefully we can turn it around and try to repeat this year.
Health-wise, how are you now?
I'm as good as it's going to get. I'm not 100%, but I could live with the injuries I have.
Well, he is living with the injuries he has and doing just fine here in the pits, all ready to go for his second round matchup against Chris Dempke.